Hey there, future California teacher. Welcome to a Rica Test prep lesson covering Rica Subtest 3. If you are preparing for Subtest 3, you found the right video. In this video, we're going to be covering competency number 1, which is planning, organizing, and managing reading instruction to help you get totally prepared for test day. We're going to skip over the video lesson and go straight to the quiz so that you can check your readiness for exam day with this 10-point quiz. We've got 10 minutes, 10 questions. I'll read the questions out loud and allow you to read the answer options A, B, C, or D. Try to select the best response. So without further ado, here's number 1. A sixth grader excels in reading but struggles to complete reading assignments due to difficulties in maintaining concentration. What is the most effective initial strategy for his teacher to employ? Take a moment here, pause the video if you need to, and select the most relevant answer option. Here we go. Breaking reading tasks into manageable segments is going to be crucial when you're in the classroom, and it's going to be a skill that your Rica Test administrators are going to check that you understand. So we can coach the student on self-monitoring, and this is going to have an improvement of their concentration and their task completion. That's why when I look at answer option C, that looks best. Moving on to question number 2, this asks, when designing lesson plans to enhance specific reading skills, what should a teacher ensure? Again, take a moment here, read the answer options, find the one that you feel is the best fit, and then we'll talk about it together. All right, I'm having a look at answer option B. This reads, the selected reading skills meet the individual student's needs, and that's going to be appropriate and best when sequencing information and lessons so that we target the most appropriate skill development for this learner. All right, moving on to question number 3. This one reads, to support reading at home, an early elementary teacher could most effectively, this is a fill in the blank type of question. Take a moment to read the answer options and then we'll go over it together. All right, supporting at-home reading is going to be really important, and one of the best ways as teachers we can do this is to recommend specific books for parents to read right with their children. All right, moving on to question number 4. This one asks, which strategy is most effective for supporting English learners in content area reading in a diverse classroom? Again, take a moment, read the answer options, and then we'll go over it together. So providing a range of text levels is going to help all learners, especially our English language learners, which is what we're talking about in this lesson. And when you're preparing for your Rica test, remember that you need to have a firm understanding for how to teach, how to differentiate for, as well as how to assess English language learners, advanced learners, and struggling readers. So in this case, we can help our English language learners to match the material to their comprehension skills. I'm looking at answer option A, offering texts that reinforce the core content. Content might be social studies, science, etc., and so forth. All right, moving on to question number 5. This asks, in interpreting the results of a reading assessment, which consideration is most crucial for a teacher? Have a look at the answer options and we'll talk about it together. So I'm having a look when I see A, B, C, and D. I like answer option D, relating findings to the student's other recent assessments. And so when analyzing assessment results, you have to keep in mind the context of the previous performance from the student, and this is going to offer you insight into their comprehensive understanding, their level for the student's progress as you start the school year, and then you work your way towards the end of the school year. Moving on to question number 6. This one asks for students with individualized education programs. Remember, we call these IEPs. What is essential when planning assessments? The IEP, as well as the Section 504 plan, is really important to understand when preparing for your upcoming RICA exam. So I'm looking at answer option D as probably being the best one here, reviewing each IEP for specific testing accommodation. Remember that every single individualized education program is individually written and designed for each individual student. So we need to follow the individual student's IEP, not just some general framework. Moving on to question number 7. We've got 4 minutes. We're doing great. If you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up. Here we go. In a balanced yet comprehensive reading program, which choice best illustrates balanced instruction? So remember that balance equals strategic emphasis by developmental level. So what I'm saying here is that more word recognition in early grades is going to benefit the student while covering all the different strands across the school year. And what we want to do is prioritize decoding in first grade. That's the best answer that I'm looking at right here. All right, so let's move on to question 8. This question asks, which placement most accurately describes a student in a quote-unquote strategic support group? Now, it's in quotes because remember that there are different names for the different support groups. Again, in case it's been a while and you want to know, because you need to know all of the support group names, this is just directly given right in our Rica Test video study guide, as well as in our subtest 3. You can just scroll down right here, click the link to our subtest 3 study guide. So let's go ahead and answer this question together. Is it A, B, C, or D? I'm looking at answer option B. That's 1 to 2 years behind. That's the targeted group. When we use strategic group, that's what we're talking about. All right, moving on to question number 9. This asks, within effective lesson delivery, which action exemplifies the presentation phase? When I see the word presentation, I think direct. And direct and explicit teaching and modeling is exactly what our Rica Test administrators want us to demonstrate our understanding of on test day. So I'm going to go ahead with A, modeling the strategy. That looks like the best to me. Going on to question number 10, this one asks, which choice best applies the interest by independent level strategy? Remember, that might also be called I+I strategy. This is a reading strategy that you need to know for test day, and I'm really happy that this one is on our exam, our quiz. All right, now this is all about for independent reading. Take a moment here, look at the answer options, and choose the one that you feel is the best. So again, we call this I+I or I by I, and that stands for interest plus inventory, or interest plus independent reading level. And that's when we match or pair a student's interest with the books at their independent reading level in order to maximize their motivation and excitement about reading a book. And so remember, if a student they have that desire to read the book, then their brain is switched on and it's going to improve their comprehension. That's why it's no fun to read stuff or books that you don't want to read. So especially with struggling readers, we really need to find books that are at that student's independent reading level, but they're also interested in it. And that's the I by I reading strategy. I'm looking here, and this is the answer option C to select just right sports biography, for example, but a just right context looks like the best response here. Just finishing just in time. Let's click the submit button and check how we did. Nice. All right, I hope you found this helpful. If you want access to this quiz as well as all of our test prep materials to make passing your upcoming Rica test simple, just visit us at ricatest.com or click the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching.